Hey guys, today I've got a tutorial on a really neat effect called Collateral. I'll put a link to the performance by Slights in the description box below, and also a link to his channel, because you should definitely go and subscribe to him, because on his old channel he had a bunch of amazing performances and a few really good tutorials as well, and I'm sure you'll have a lot more of those on his new channel. So go check out the performance, go and subscribe to him, and then when you've done that, come straight back here and I'll show you how this trick is done. So you're going to need 2 helper cards. In the performance he uses the 2 black 3s, but I'll just use the 2 jokers because I think they look pretty cool. Now you're going to show these to the spectator, and also they can shuffle the pack if they want, because this is an impromptu effect. So once they've shuffled the cards and you've shown them the helper cards, you simply put these aside and then you're ready to begin. You hold the cards in straddle grip like so, and you're going to do a regular hand-to-hand spread, but rather than just doing it like this, the reason for holding the cards in straddle grip is because you're going to tilt the cards upwards like this, and you'll see why later on in the effect. So you spread through the cards, tilting them up slightly, and the spectator just says stop wherever they want. So let's say they say stop right at this card. So in this case it's the 6 of hearts. Now you're going to need to place this card back into the pack out-jogged after you've shown it to the spectator, and then you're going to need to take this out-jog card and make it in-jogged about this far. So if you don't already know how to do this, then I'll teach you the simplest way. So what you need to do is take your fingers from your right hand and you're going to push this card so it goes in at an angle. So you have the top left hand corner sticking out slightly and the bottom right hand corner sticking out. And what this should allow you to do is use your left thumb and left little finger and slide this card around if you grasp it between the two, just like so. So what that should allow you to do is in-jog the card. So you angle jog the card just like this from its out-jog position. You move your right thumb from the center of the pack to the left hand corner, and this should allow you to simply slide this card backwards using your fingers from this side and your thumb on the left hand side to just slide it back, and then slide your thumb forwards without moving the card to act as if you're squaring up the pack, and then use these fingers from your left hand to just align it with the sides of the deck, just like this. So now you should have the card in-jogged, and what you need to do is use your left little finger, on this in-jog card to apply pressure against the base of your palm. So you just move it from up here onto this single in-jogged card. What that should allow you to do is grab the pack with your other hand, and as you still apply pressure over here, you can strip out that card as you flip over the rest of the pack face up. So now all of these cards are face up, apart from that selection on the bottom of the deck. Now your excuse for turning over the cards is simply to show that all of the cards are regular and the selection really is lost somewhere in the center of the pack and you have no idea where it is. Then you need to flip the cards back over, so you grab the edge which is closest to you and simply lift it up like so, because you don't want to flash the face up selection. Now you do the same thing you did at the start. You hold the cards in straddle grip and then you spread through them, tilting them upwards, and this is why you needed to do it before. This should add some continuity to the effect so nothing looks out of place or slightly strange to the spectator, and it should also allow you to hide this selection. So you perform a block push off to hide this selection, and then do a hand-to-hand spread and they call stop again. So let's say right here. So the second selection is the 10 of spades. Now you can control this card in many ways to where you need it to be, which is face down on top of the pack. If you know a move such as High Rise by Rick Lax, which is what Charlie used in the performance, you can simply keep the cards tilted upwards and then perform the control from here to here. But a much easier way to do it, if you don't know this control and you don't want to buy it, is simply a spread cull. So you're going to display the selection, and as you do that you tilt your left hand palm downwards, grab the cards again and then put them back into mechanics grip. So now all of the cards are face up once more, apart from the selection on the bottom. You then take the second selection and insert it out-jogged into the pack. Now this also adds to the continuity of the effect, because what you can now do is push in this card very, very fairly, but you can do the same motion as before. So you square it up very fairly, you're not angle jogging it this time, but you can still slide your thumb backwards and forwards. So you're doing exactly the same moves as before to the spectator, so they think that the first selection really is somewhere in the deck. And to reinforce that even more, you're going to spread through and show the second selection in the middle. And this is where you're going to cull the card to the bottom of the pack. So you spread through and you simply cull the card. So you use your left thumb on the card above the selection and you use your fingers below the selection to just pull, just like this, to pull the selection out of the spread. So you pull it out until it clears those cards just like that, and then you hold it under the spread as you spread through the rest of the pack, just like this, and then you can cull it to the bottom of the pack. Then you flip over the cards and the two selections should be face to face on the top. I'm sure you can find a much more detailed explanation of the spread cull if you need to, but that was just a quick little tutorial so you can get the gist of things. So now the two selections should be face to face on top of the pack, and this is where the helper cards come into play. So you get a pinky break beneath the top two cards, which are the face-to-face selections, and you place the two helper cards face up on top. You move either your index finger or middle finger from your left hand to the top right hand corner, and your thumb from your right hand to the bottom left hand corner. So you're holding these four cards on the non-index corners, just like so. You use your left thumb to contact the top joker, and you peel it off as you pivot these cards around. They should automatically rotate around that joker, which is now on top of the pack, and then you flip them over so these two jokers go face to face. You contact them together and then you square them up like so, and in the same motion you then slide back this top card and display that the two jokers have turned into the two selections. So one more time, you have the two selections face to face, two jokers on top, and you get your pinky break beneath them just like so. Either your index finger or middle finger on the top right hand corner and your thumb on the bottom left. Peel off the top joker, rotate these cards around keeping them as square as possible, and as you square them up like so, you slide back the top card and show that they have changed. Now that's one way to do this. Another way is a little bit more simple, but once again you have a break beneath the top four cards. You use your right thumb on the bottom right hand corner and your right middle finger on the top left, just like this. So the index corners this time, you peel off the top joker with your thumb, use your index finger on the left long edge to rotate these cards around, place them on top and simply slide forwards and then slide the top card back, and then you've done basically the same thing but with slightly different handling. So that's another way to do it, and that is the effect. So hopefully you guys enjoyed it, and hopefully you checked out the performance as well. If you did, don't forget to leave a like and a comment, and also subscribe if you haven't already. And hopefully I will see you guys all again next time. This branded gift for Christmas. So they go out and they buy almost 50 presents for Jarek and Assad to choose from, to lure them away from this very special one right here. Jarek is far more excited